What's up everyone, and welcome back to another video. On my channel, I've shared videos explaining what management consulting is, the different types of consulting, and even the exit options. But being a consultant requires one to know a set of guidelines and principles that will improve their likelihood of becoming a successful management consultant. Even if you're not in consulting though, the ideas and tips that I'll be sharing in today's video are applicable to other professions as well, so be sure to stick around till the end to learn more. But before getting started, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to help out the channel. When it comes to any career, you always want to put your best foot forward. You always want to diligently complete your required tasks while being professional and socializing with your colleagues. But again, there are so many other components that go into being considered a good consultant versus one that stands out and gets the constant promotions. Keep in mind, however, there are many factors that contribute to one's success, like merit and openings and accomplishments and so many other things as well. So what I'll be sharing today covers more of what will improve everyone's work altogether. What I'd like to mention first is that nothing trumps a higher caliber of work, especially when it comes to your deliverables. Being able to present information to a client that exceeds their expectations is what puts a smile on your manager's face and wants to congratulate you for it. So remember that doing your work well is crucial to your success, not only in consulting, but any profession at all for that matter. More so along these lines is an idea that I love sharing and had a series in the past, and that's about networking. Consulting requires a ton of networking, whether that's networking with other consultants for your next project, to meeting clients and building professional relationships that might come handy, especially when you're interested in pivoting into more industry-related work. Networking will become your best friend regardless of whether or not you want to. But now that we've mentioned the main factors that contribute to your success in consulting, there are a couple other things that are worth mentioning if you want to be an employee that stands out. Especially with how our lives went in 2020 and a pandemic, we must be prepared for the curveballs life throws our way. There are so many circumstances and unexpected issues that come up, so being able to account for them and react accordingly is important. That's why I highly emphasize everyone, especially those in the early years of their profession, to be proactive. Being proactive lets you know how to react when things don't go according to plan. Keep in mind that I mentioned earlier on in your career because that's a time when you're experiencing something new. You haven't been working for decades and haven't experienced everything there is to experience within your profession. That's why always being able to account for change and know what the right steps are to take will improve your work and projects as a management consultant. I've heard many times how consultants have finished a slide deck but then get sent new data and information last minute, so they have to incorporate it into their Excel sheets, check their formulas again, then re-upload their conclusions onto the slide, all within a span of a couple minutes. So it's really important to have that proactive mindset in order to achieve more. But in addition to this, being adaptable or flexible in terms of your working style is also crucial. It's often that we're set in our ways and don't want to change our approach to solving a problem because that's just how we're used to working. And believe me, I've sometimes been this way as well. That's why it's always best to take a second to take a step back and reassess the situation, whether that be working with colleagues or not, to ensure less problems come up in your work or team dynamic, especially when you're moving forward. Remember, even when working with colleagues, to strike that balance between being a leader and following in someone else's guidance. Showing leadership is imperative, but you don't want to come off as that person who can't let someone else lead the way, especially if you know that they know more. Being a leader shows that you're willing to take initiative when others aren't and will help you out when looking forward to that next promotion. But at the same time, it can be a double-edged sword. You always want to know where you stand in the team dynamic and ensure effective collaboration and communication. Which leads me to my final tip necessary to becoming a successful consultant. To move up the ladder, you have to have that leadership capability and willingness to teach, as well as be a team player. Nobody likes that person who adversely affects his partner to make themselves look better. Especially in consulting, where you'll be working in team settings, being able to teach others, like entry-level or mid-career transfers, the ropes, as well as guidance on the more technical parts, is going to be helpful. Being a team player and even a mentor at times is beneficial to becoming a successful consultant, because it shows that you're in it to help your manager, team, and client altogether. So from what I've mentioned altogether, I think it's clear to say that there isn't an exact formula to becoming the best consultant or most successful professional. It requires a balance of all these ideas I've shared with you today, as well as so much more depending on the firm and position. but I do hope this video helped you out and knowing what you should and shouldn't do to get that next promotion. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like and let me know in the comments below what you like the most or what you'd like to learn more about. Be sure to also subscribe to help out the channel and not miss out on upcoming videos. If you're interested in more one-on-one mentorship, I'd highly encourage you to visit my website, ryanrafi.com, and use my promo codes in the bio below to learn more. As always, thanks. Until next time.